Good morning, Cathedral. It's Wednesday, June 12th. I'm Eric.
And I'm Kyle, here with your morning announcements. Let's start out the show with a message from Miss McCabe.
Good morning, Cathedral. It's my pleasure to announce some of the major award winners from last night's Co-Instructional Awards Extravaganza. First of all, I would like to congratulate our Catholic Graduate Expectation Award winners. They are graduating students who best exemplify Catholic spirit in all they do on and off the field of play. Those winners were Joanna Jędrzejewska and Andrew Tran. Secondly, we had award winners for the OFSA Sport Award. The OFSA Sport Award winners were Tyler Boucher-Ross and Katrina Collins-Samuels. They are excellent examples of multi-sport, fantastic representatives of true blue spirit, as well as Mr. Toole, who got the nod for the OFSA Sport Award for coaches due to his extreme dedication to sport in the past 15 years at Cathedral. Our award winners for Athlete of the Year were junior female Marissa Welsh. Yeah, okay, I almost said Walsh. I'm having brain freeze this morning. Marissa Welsh, Jordan Lee Marcellin, Junior Male Athlete of the Year. The Senior Female Athlete of the Year was Tony Ormond, and the Senior Male Athlete of the Year was Paul Jędrzejewski. So we have a wrestler, a football rugby player, a tennis player, and a volleyball player, all excellent representatives of you as true Blue Gales. Congratulate them as you see them in the halls today. They are all excellent representatives of what it means to be true blue. Thanks again to everyone involved last night, especially Mr. Crosta and Mrs. Jordan, for the amazing dinner. It was an unbelievable evening. Don't forget to study hard. Exams are coming. Have a great, great day.
Thanks, Miss. Attention all 2013 potential graduates. There's a rough copy of the 2013 graduation photo outside of Mr. Nordoff's office. You must verify the spelling of your name before June 18th. After June 18th, it will be sent off to the printer and no more changes will be accepted. Thanks from Mr. Nordoff.
Are you a senior who is interested in playing senior boys football this fall? If so, there will be a brief but mandatory meeting tomorrow immediately after school in room 331 to discuss scheduling, practices, and off-season training. Thanks from coaches Ciafani, Andrade, Desoni, and Dentino. And attention all members of the year-end assembly, please see me, Kyle Babineau, sometime today for some very important information regarding scheduling.
The final board game club meeting of the year will be held today at 3 p.m. in room 337. Thanks from Mr. LaRocque. And I'll pass it over to Suhad and Kwan from the Glee Club.
Yo, man, what are you doing tonight?
Did you hear? The Cathedral Glee Crew is holding a show today in the Forum at 7 o'clock.
Say word, I don't have that much money, so how's it going to cost me?
Well, it's $3 for students and $5 for adults. It's pretty cheap, man.
Well, I got to go home for dinner, too, so what time does it end at?
Well, it ends at 9 o'clock, so it'll be perfect, you know? And it'd be pretty cool if you came, too.
Well, I think I'll come if everyone comes. See you tonight, 7 p.m. $3 for students, $5 for adults. Peace.
Thanks, guys. And now I'll pass it over to Mr. Hogan.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to talk to you about exams and procedures for next week. This week, however, is book verification week. It's a time for you to make sure that you have the assigned textbook that was given to you back in February. This will allow you to make sure you have full time to write your exams. You're not down in the office trying to explain where your textbook is. So take the time to match up your book with a number that was given to you back in February. You were given two sheets, one about exam procedures and one about important dates. The first one I want to concentrate on is exam procedures. Just want to remind you that we changed the format last semester. Day one is your period 1 class, day 2 is your period 2 class, and so on. Should the school be closed any time during the exam period, whatever exam was to be written that day will be written the following day, and exams are pushed ahead 1 day each and every day. You're required to be in full uniform throughout the exam period. The only person or persons that will be allowed not to be in uniform are those that are graduates and will be giving up their uniforms this coming Monday. You'll have to have the uniform exemption slip with you. But if you're returning in September, you need to keep that uniform. So if you're graduating and not returning, see the outreach program, Mrs. Duarte. She'll give you a slip starting this Monday, Tuesday, and all of exam week. Everyone else will be in full uniform. If you happen to miss an exam, you need a doctor's note explaining why you missed that exam. No other type of note will be accepted. It is your responsibility to know the time and place of your exam. Your exam, for the most part, except for science classes, will be written in the classroom that you took the course in to begin with. If you're late, you won't be given extra time. You cannot leave an exam before half an hour toward the end of the exam periods. In other words, if it's an hour and a half exam, you can't leave until after the first hour. As far as what you can bring into the exam room, the only thing you're allowed is pencils, pens, erasers, a calculator, not a calculator in your phone or any other electronic device. Those devices are to be turned off while you're in the exam room, period. My preference is you don't even bring it to school. Buses will be running at normal times except the very last day of school on the 28th when you come to look at your exams and get your report card. Buses are going to be leaving 3 hours earlier than normal, in other words at 11:57. Otherwise, all through exam week, they're the same regular time. The library will not be open because it was not used last set of exams, so we're not going to supervise it, so it's closed to you. If you want to sit and study, you'll have to do that in the forum. Once you leave once you're in the exam room and you have to leave, you're not going to be able to leave unless you're escorted by a supervisor, a teacher supervisor. Of course, textbooks, again, and all other accounts have to be settled up before the exams. We don't want you down wasting your time with us in the office because you didn't turn in your uniform for some team or something like that. Do that this week. Get it over with. And make sure that you submit all exam papers before you leave the room. Obviously, if you come back after you leave the room and say, oh, I forgot to hand this in, we're not going to accept it and not evaluate it. And finally, the 26th and 27th are professional development days. Those are 2 days after the exams. You don't have to be present for those days. I'll be back later on in the week with other tips. You were given 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to concentrate on the second one next time. And now back to the desk.
Those are all of your announcements for today, Cathedral. Good luck goes out to the grade 9s writing the EQAO math test.
Have a great day, Gales, and thanks for watching.